come. Okay. So let's get into why New Year resolutions don't work and what we should do instead. Yeah. Give me if I know Adele is always ready. Yeah. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, cool. So first of all, I want to give everybody just the statistics. Okay. 23% of the New Year resolution actually failed within the first week of January. So pretty much by now. Okay, so the people that actually set New Year resolution, 23% already failed. Okay. And then the next group of people, 43%, and then this is statistic, you can write this down. 43% of the rest of the people actually failed by February. Okay. This is why New Year resolutions don't work. Okay. So please write this down. I'm gonna give you three major reasons why we don't set New Year resolutions and then what we should do instead. Okay? Okay. People are coming here. Yeah, because they see that the YouTube is not working. Okay. Hey, Devin. Hi. Good to see you. Glad to see you on here on YouTube. So, okay. So I want to get into three major reasons why New Year resolutions fail. Okay. Number one, you can take some notes. Okay. No, the reason why the first reason why New Year resolutions fail is because weak desire. Please write that down. What does that mean? If you talk to a lot of people, they set New Year resolutions such as, okay, I'm gonna become more fit, right? Or I'm gonna go to the gym, right? That's very, very common, right? And the reason why they don't keep it, right, till maybe a month or 2 months later is because the desires are weak. That's the reason why. So please write that down. So when you're setting goals, you want to make sure is burning desire, right? I know a lot of you are gonna be joining us for the Think and Grow Rich movie series. The number one success principle that Napoleon Hill talk about is what? Burning desire. Not just any desire, burning desire. Okay. So as you're going through this and listening to me, I wanted you to think about it. Like the goals that you set for yourself for 2026 is a burning desire. Okay. And the word you want to write this down is obsession. Please write that word down, obsession. Okay. I know people have this negative connotation when it comes to obsession. They think it's something negative. Okay. But I would like you to think of it as actually a positive way. And I use this gentleman with Kobe Bryant a lot, right? So Kobe Bryant was obsessed, right, in what he was wanting to pursue. He he wanted to become the best, for example, right? And every day he'll wake up early, just same thing with Michael Jordan. They will wake up early and they're obsessed or with their goals. Okay. So think of it when it comes to your goals for 2026, what you want to achieve this year. Do you have this obsession that it's not where you think, oh, it would be nice to have, right? Rather, it's I must have it. It must be done. Do you guys see the difference? Let me know in the chat. Do you see the difference between wanting it versus I must have it? Yes? No? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Adele. Okay, you see? Okay. So this is how you can gauge on what your desired level is at. Okay, what you wanting to achieve for 2026. Okay, that's the reason why, number one. Okay, the reason why New Year resolution fail. Number two, please write this down. The reason why New Year resolution fail is because people don't write them down. I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, and they will tell me, "Oh, Amy, I know what I want for 2026 is in my mind." And I ask them, "Do you have it written down?" "Oh, no, 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 that's okay. I don't need it. It's in my mind." And I said, "No, no, no. Did you know 45% of your goals, if you just write them down, you have 45% chance of achieving them." Please write that down too. If you just write your goals down and you hear Tony Robbins, people in the personal development, they will tell you the same thing. Just by merely writing down your goals, you have 45% of achieving them. Yeah. So that's the reason why if you see me, if you heard me talk before, uh, where's my goal card? You will have a goal card. I don't know where my goal card is. A goal card is pretty much a card that you write your goals on. I don't know where my goal card is. Any of you has a goal card? Oh man. Yes, yeah, Adele has a goal card. It's just pretty much a card that you write your goals down. That's it. Okay. And on top of that, if you really want to strengthen your desire, you know what you can do? You can actually write down your goals. This is what I have my clients to do is write down their goals, their fantasy goals every single day with their non-domino hand. Yeah, I know some of you have been doing that. Okay. And the reason, I'll just tell you quickly, the reason why we do it with non-domino hand is so that you can actually slow down and think about what you're writing, right? Because a lot of times when you write with your domino hand, you're just writing it, right, as a task rather than slowing down. Okay? So that's number two. Make sure you write your goals down. Good. Okay. Now, number three, the reason why New Year resolution fail is because people are focusing on the doing part, the action part, without changing their self-identity. Write that down. What does that mean? People, for example, a lot of people would say, "Oh, I want to go to the gym." Right? A lot like New Year resolution, a lot of people focus on health, which is great, right? But then they're focusing on, "Oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go to the gym." Rather than focusing on who do I have to become? I have to become a health conscious person who, for example, wakes up early and goes to the gym for an hour, for example, right? And this person, this identity is someone who eats healthy, who's health conscious, who exercise regularly, right? Who maybe meditates, for example, right? All these things are identity based rather than action based. Okay. Because when we focus on the action only, it's not going to stay because you're using your willpower and it's weak, right? Because there's gonna be days when you wake up, you're like, oh, I don't feel like going, right? This is when we say your paradigm is talking. I don't feel like going. And guess what? You're not gonna go. Yeah? This is why we need to focus on who you are being. And this is gonna be very interesting because as you step into the identity of a healthy person, okay, you will no longer have those cravings of junk food. It's very interesting. This and I give this example, right? It's kind of like some people maybe they're trying to quit smoking and they could either say I don't smoke or they say what? I'm not a smoker. You see this? It's very subtle difference, but a huge. I don't smoke is something I don't do. I'm not a smoker. I'm not an identity identifying with a smoker, right? Very, very different. Okay. So that's the third reason. So make sure it's identity based, meaning you gotta work on changing your identity. Then the goals will stick. Cool? Okay. Quickly, okay, so those are the three major reasons. Okay. And now I'm gonna give you 5 step on to make sure you set the right goals for 2026. Okay, just quick 5 steps. Okay. Number one, you can write this down. You want to choose uh one desire that you really want, right? And I want you to ask yourself, what do I really genuinely want for this year that excites me, not what I think I should want, right? Something that really excites me. And I would always say, always have a financial goal, right? You can also have, vacations or you want to buy material things or go travel, those are all fine, right? But make sure you have a financial goal. Why? Because you can measure your financial goal, right? To the penny. Yeah. So always have a financial goal. Okay. Yeah. And I'll also share with you to have one desire for each pillar. So financial, number one, that's the wealth part. Number two is the health part. Okay, how do you measure your health? Going to the gym 3 times a week. You want to be in an ideal weight of 150, for example, right? Those are all measurable. So health, wealth, third is relationships. How do you measure relationships? Maybe, going on networking events, or go on dates, right, with your significant other, for example. Okay. The last one, the fourth pillar is spirituality slash contribution slash personal development. Okay. So four pillars. Yeah. Okay. So that's step one. Step two, write them down, right? So I would like you to stay in this way. I now just received blank. I now just received $10,000 from my maybe from a product or service that you provide. Okay, so I now just received, okay, in the present tense. Or you can say, I am blank. Okay, so you can say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm at my ideal weight of 150 and I feel vibrant and full of energy, for example. Yeah. I am in a harmonious relationship, right, with my significant other, or I have a perfect harmonious relationship with my family members, with my parents, for example, right? So always stay in the positive. I am, or I now just received. Yeah. Or you can always say, I'm so happy and grateful. That's just the standard one, right? Yeah. That's step two. Make sure you write it down in the present tense. Okay. Number three, this is going to help you to strengthen your desire by increase the intensity. Okay. Remember I said earlier, it's not a weak desire. It's a burning desire. Okay. But sometimes sometimes people is like, oh, but what if my desire is not burning enough? Right? So this is what I will tell you, how to strengthen the desire. Okay. By asking yourself this question, please write this down. Why do I want this goal? Why do I want it? How is this going to make me feel? Right? So at the end of the day, the reason why we want certain things is how we feel, right? We want money because we think money can bring us freedom. We want maybe in a relationship because we want to feel loved. You see, it's all the feelings that we want. It's not actually the thing that we want. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, why do I want this? Right? So why is important? Okay, so that's number three. This will get you to go in deeper. Why do I want this? Okay, good. Step four. Ooh, identity shift, right? I said we gotta include identity shift in here. Okay, so the question you want to ask yourself is, who do I need to be? Who do I need to become to be able to achieve this desire? Who do I need to be, or who do I need to become? Okay. And then I'll give you a pointer on this. it'll be easier if you can find five people that you admire, okay? Uh, fictional life, you know them, like, or don't know them, doesn't matter, okay? But find five people that you admire. They could be female, male, doesn't matter, okay? That you like their characteristics, right? That you want to emulate. So maybe you're looking at someone, you think, oh man, I wish I was like poised like them or confident like them, or maybe they're really good at public speaking. I would like that, right? And you want to implement into your self-identity, you can write that down. Who is a very good communicator, for example. Yeah. Okay. So that's step four. That's the identity shifting part. Okay. Very, very important. Okay. Good. We have that. Okay. So step five, the last one is now, what is one small action step that I can take this week to becoming that person? What is one small action step? So, for example, if you're wanting to become a speaker, for example, or you wanted to become a better communicator, the first thing you can do is maybe looking into hiring a speaking coach, take a speaking class, right? That you can do today, this week, right? One tiny, tiny action step. As a matter of fact, that's what I did when I wanted to become a speaker, is looking for a speaking coach, right? Yeah. So five simple steps to help you moving to the directions of setting the goals for 2026. Yeah, Adele is excited. I can see that.